Hi, I haven't actually spoken through a microphone before, so this is the first test. Every time I come to SharkFest, the most special thing about this whole experience is the people. And getting a chance to speak to everyone, and I just love that. That's the best part for me. And a lot of people have said that I'm quite easy to speak to, and I take that as a compliment because, you know, in my work, I'm speaking with people who find it really hard to talk. I am a nurse and I manage a care home, and I'm looking after people at end-of-life care. And the majority of these people have got some kind of communication problem, and due to dementia or some other kind of problem. But it's not all like sad and we have lots of parties and we make most of life. And I'm going to tell you about two people that really, how do you face a problem if the problem is your face? This is because your facial expression, your non-verbal communication means a lot more to these people. They need that as a prop. So I'll tell you about my first lady who, she had just had breakfast and I went in to say good morning. And I said, good morning, how are you? And she went, no. I can't talk to you. It's your face. Your face is just too fuzzy. I went, fuzzy? My face is fuzzy? And she went, yeah, sorry. So I thought, right, okay, I'll get you a cup of tea and I'll work on my fuzzy face and see what happens. So I went along the kitchen and I kind of spotted a mirror and I thought, right, let me have a look and check just how fuzzy my face is. So there wasn't any sort of like obvious signs of fuzziness, you know. It was just as usual to me. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Checked my eyebrows, nothing too fuzzy about them. And ladies, I kind of checked the top lip there. Just since it's just me and you guys, you know, I thought I would confide in that. No sign of any kind of beard or anything like that. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to have to just work on this problem. My face is fuzzy today. Deal with it. So I took the cup of tea back, and one of my lovely carers had brought the lady's glasses to her because she'd left them in the breakfast room. And she put the glasses on, and I said, good morning. And she went, you're not so fuzzy now. I can see you. Now, she says, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So that was important to her. She couldn't even begin to have a conversation with me until she could see my face. So that's how one morning it was fuzzy. So then later on that day, I was speaking to one of my gentlemen, and he was having a bit of a lucid moment, and that happens from time to time. And he was telling me how bad his dementia was getting. He says, I'm terrible. He says, I can't remember names. I can't remember your name. I can't remember my son's names, both my boys. He says, I know how much they mean to me, but I can't remember their names. I can't remember everyday words for things. He says, and I know that I just forget everything. I forget what's been said to me. And we were talking about that. And he said, what I never forget, though, is the way you are with me. And I was taken aback by that. And I says, what do you mean? And he says, you don't see me like I see myself. He says, you see me as a proper, complete person. He says, I'm just a broken old man. And I went, no. I says, even a proper, complete person is a little bit broken. Everyone's a little bit broken in some way. And he laughed and he said, yeah, I guess that's true. And he says, I won't remember these words that we're saying today, and I'm loving talking to you because I know that I'll maybe not remember tomorrow. I'll maybe be bad again tomorrow. And I says, well, I'll just have to remember it for you. I'll just remember the words for you, and I'm remembering them today. And he said, he says, people will remember the way that you are more than what you say. And he says, and your words are always such a comfort to not just me, to all of us. And he says, but you don't need words. He says, your face says it all. And I thought, oh no, not the fuzzy again. So I went, okay, I was brave, because I said, what does my face say? He said, well, actually, he took a bit longer to look at my face than was strictly necessary, I thought, And the twinkly blue eyes, and he was kind of like scanning my face, and then he broke into a smile. He says, your face just says time and time, over and over again, the same as it always says to me. And it probably says this to all of the people you look after. It says, don't worry, I'm here for you. I'll look after you no matter what. And that's what my face apparently says. And I was quite pleased about that, because as a nurse I thought, well, I always knew that people read facial expressions and that there was more to it than that. And these two people on that one day taught me more than my 4 months of study on non-verbal communication and dementia. And that is a massive subject. And I am not good at, I've never done this kind of public speaking before, but I thought if I told you what I learned from two very special people, that maybe you would learn about how to support other people and maybe learn something about yourselves, because it's not just my face that's saying something. All of your faces are saying something. So what are you saying? That's me.